He's the WBO African heavyweight champion, and he says he's going to take the title home.
So it's my job not to let that happen and come through again and come through in style.
Have you had a chance to see him at all?
Not really. I've seen a few tapes, a few clips. I haven't really studied him. I don't study my opponents that much. I'm just ready for a fight.
You quite rightly, in your last fight against Nathan Gorman, got a lot of positive reaction to it because not only your power, but also your boxing. I mean, were you pleased to be able to show just how far you've progressed as a boxer as well as just a puncher?
I wasn't trying to do anything. I went in there and I just do what I know I can do. I've been in this game for a very long time through the amateur system, so it's just natural for me, using my jab and just putting on a boxing performance.
How good do you think he was, Frank, in that last win? Because there were people forget there were plenty of people and fairly respected people within boxing who were saying that the movement and the skills of Nathan Gorman were going to give him absolute fits, and that he was going to be possibly on the end of a very, very tight fight. It didn't happen in the end.
Well, no, I mean, Nathan actually caught Daniel a couple of good shots, which I'm sure he'll acknowledge. But at the end of the day, it was going to be a boxer against a puncher, and it turned out that the key to winning that fight was the jab, and the better jab was with Daniel, and he showed that he can box, and obviously we know he's got the power and did what he had to do, but he can box. He's not just a big, cumbersome clubber. When he wants to, when he gets that jab going, and he's getting better and better, he shows how capable he is. I mean, I've said it on many occasions. He's the best young heavyweight I've been involved with, and the names you mentioned who boxed at the Albert Hall, all those guys, I think at this stage of his career he's a better fighter than all of them. And considering he only had 7 senior bouts as an amateur, that's a bit of a, where he's at now is something a little bit special. He's a special young man.
How much more improvement do you believe you've still got there, Daniel? Because you seem to be getting better and better with every fight by leaps and bounds.
Yeah, every fighter improves. So every challenge brings something different. So every fight, I show what I can do, and I get better at it.
I saw a quote, an interview with Frank Bruno, saying that he believes that if it happened that you were put in with the top men, that you'd be ready for it now, never mind in the future. I know Frank's job is to just bring you along step by step, but Frank's saying that he believes that you are a genuine world-class fighter right now.
No, I definitely believe I am, and it's only a matter of time before I'm up there, with the big names. But on Friday I've got to take care of business and handle this opponent first.
This would be your 7th belt, I think, if you took this already. In 13 fights.
Yeah. Again, this is just the path set for me. So I'm a man on a mission. I'm not going to be stopped.
He's come here fancying it though, and if he does come out and fight better than Richard Lartey is, it's going to be interesting, isn't it? Because Richard caught you a couple of times.
No, if he's coming up for it, I'm up for it. It's going to be a good fight.
Fireworks?
Definitely.
Frank, you talk about his place where you believe he is in world boxing now. He's got to win this one, but there are other big fights out there which could be happening sooner rather than later.
Well, he's got to win this one, and we've seen quite a few so-called easy jobs and easy fights happen over the last year that have not turned out to be the case. Been a few upsets, and a few guys have given a great account of themselves in fights that they expected to just be fall guys. He's not a fall guy. He's 19-0, undefeated fighter. He can punch. He's got to come through that, and then we'll look at what happens afterwards. I've made a statement as how I look at him, look at his ability and how good he is at this moment in time. Beats this guy and does it in style. If he does all those things, then he's not far off.
What makes you paid tribute to Martin Bowers, his trainer. How do you think that Daniel has really improved in the last 18 months, 2 years? Where's he added on his game?
I think from the boxing ability. Obviously it's not just about the fighting, it's being in the gym, it's training, quality sparring, which he has, and you know, what I've liked, what I've seen, is how his jab is developed and what a good jab it is. You know, for me, my old mentor in boxing was Ernie Fossey, who worked with me for many years, late Ernie Fossey. He used to say, if you can't jab, you can't fight. And that is it, really. Good fighters have great jabs, and he's got a great jab. You know, there's a bit of a comparison to make at this stage of his career, but he's got that Larry Holmes jab, and I love that. I love seeing fighters who can jab.
That's a wonderful tribute to a jab, because I think in our lifetime there's probably not been a man who threw a jab better than Larry Holmes. Does that mean something to you, hearing that, Daniel?
No, it's a great compliment to have, especially from Frank. He's been in the business a long time, so I know he knows what he's talking about.
So, finally, little message for Ebenezer about what he can expect?
No, a devastating performance, as I've always shown, and I'm going to turn up on fight night, you know, giving it my all, so I'm ready for it.
He's not a braggart. He prefers to do his talking in the ring, Daniel. But he's becoming, I was going to say, but he has become one of those fighters who you definitely want to see, because you just know it's going to be spectacular, Frank.